a neutral stage, you have to ban it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can move on from that and talk more about Falco Dittos. Looks like they're just warming up here, but
okay. No, I think it's crazy that we took a stage that was a counter pick, and now people are like making it one of their primary, like, we start on Pokemon now. And you never saw people just start on FD.
yeah, very rarely, like, excluding like Champagne Foxes versus Peach, they love striking FD versus Peach.
Really?
Yeah, because, you know, historically, FD was like one of Peach's best counter picks. She has, you know, the grab and everything. But they thought, you know, we have really good punishment for FD as well. Sure. We have lasers. We win the neutral game. So, like, who cares if she, like, gets a lot of damage off of a grab? She's not going to grab us very often anyway. And they kind of proved it. I commentated a lot of Champagne tournaments, and they would do really, really well. It really changed the way I looked at the matchup. But generally,
I love, like, regional. I love small regional things like that, where it's like the rest of the country thinks this thing, but this specific area of Illinois definitely thinks this other entirely different thing about the matchup. Or like, it's one of those things where like something I noticed very early on in Melee was whatever, in a lot of, hey, that $5 that I said they were going to start on Battlefield.
What's your
Venmo? Took me up on the bet, but like whatever. Still called it.
And real quick, speaking of Champagne Foxes, after this we will be getting Zamu versus Joey Donuts, so do not go anywhere. I'm really excited for that set. But ooh, the reverse fair from RealThing. I think if he didn't miss his L cancel or his movement, he probably could have gotten the down air
in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he was that or if he was hoping to drift a little bit further.
Surprised RealThing didn't take the ledge after landing that laser. That's a classic Falco's. Just in the Ditto, just take center stage when you need a kill and they're at high %. Shield their laser and just back her out of shield, hope that they jump into it. It works like half the time.
You saw Slow like going back. He'd laser, he'd fade back. He'd laser, he'd fade back. And like he wanted space so badly, but he ended up just cornering himself for it anyways.
Right, yeah, that's like the dichotomy, like the double-edged sword of almost like Marth like wants to dash back, but if you chase him far enough, eventually he's stuck. Anyway, RealThing doing really well. It's a Falco Ditto. He's found like 4 openings now, and just his punish game is really good. At the same time, he's dropped 2 edgeguard opportunities that were kind of free. So I think that just shows you how dominant he's been in the neutral so far. He doesn't even need to capitalize every time if he's winning neutral every single time nearly.
I know that's like optimal, but anytime someone's just like, all right, instead of edgeguarding, I'm just going to poke you with like 1 low forward tilt. It's just like, oh, that just hurts my soul. Gets the grab.
Just grabbed on reaction. Okay. He tried to jab it or something. And for Slopez, you really want to just go ahead and grab a stock here before you go to a game 2. Good dash dancing. He's waiting for his opportunity. Finds the grab. That back air will steal the stock. Okay.
You just want to feel a little bit better about like your place in the game before you move on.
Yeah, he got a laser. This would still be a JV in my opinion.
Oh yeah, no, definitely the lasers don't count, kind of.
Of course. Yeah, and RealThing really not comfortable getting to the ledge in 3 different edgeguard spots so far. Of course, doesn't look like it's going to matter too much, but when he's playing somebody in top 64, that's the kind of thing that might hold him back.
Got Shine Bear straight into those lasers. Yeah, and say, look, Slow is having a hard time getting back to stage. Even when you said the RealThing was dropping some edge guards, we still saw at least 1 SD because the side B went a little bit low. There's been a couple of times where instead of like refreshing and, you know, wave landing or like ledge dashing or doing anything to get back, Slow would like drop down, shine, and then try to jump back out in side B and just, you know, you just catch yourself on the edge. You're giving your opponent the entire world of whatever they want to do to edgeguard you.
True, and honestly, I think when you're playing, especially like a Ditto, and your opponent is just faster and better at a lot of different small things than you, it puts so much pressure on you, and you're going to start making those small little mistakes that add up to huge losses. Like, if you mess up like the side B height by like 4 pixels, well, now you're dead versus having another opportunity to try to get some value out of that stock. We go to Pokemon here. I think for Slopez, I actually think he should try to, forgive me, no pun intended, slow things down a little bit, get his own laser out, and try to force RealThing to play more of his game, because he just wasn't able to get much started at all last game.
No, we did see him go for a ledge dash there, which it was one of the first times.
Okay.
Go for it again. There.
Yeah.
I mean, not a great ledge dash, but he tried it.
And RealThing gave him a tech opportunity too. Nice guy. He is actually a really nice guy.
I'm sure that was the real thing being nice and not just trying to get a cool combo there.
It's a cool guy move. And see, this is good dash dancing from Slopez.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but he lets RealThing jump out of the corner, regaining center stage.
Slow doesn't seem like he's like bad. It's just you're outclassed in a lot of.
Get back. RealThing actually takes this. He just takes the bank. Unfortunate.
It's bracket. There's no homies in the wild. I don't know what to tell you.
No homies in the wild. I love that song, dude. Ye and Jay-Z.
Yep. I've been saying no homies stocks in the wild a little bit now.
Yeah, that's the first time I've heard that.
That's how I feel. I'll homie stock people when it feels right, but 99% of the time in bracket, that's not happening.
As Papa once said, Zets will homie stock everybody except Ices.
I mean, I don't blame you.
If you're not wobbling, then I probably will. But with wobbling, it's like that's the equalizer. That's the great. If you mess up, it's like, okay, well now this is an equal match again.
Yep.
Okay, good. Good pick up here.
You don't homie stock Ices or Puff just because they could just blow you up off of one move.
Sure. Yeah.
No.
Why would you go for that? Did he want the trade? He must have wanted a trade because he's dead no matter what if he does that.
Yeah. I think you want the trade. You also just want the mental, not even mental damage, the mental confidence of like, all right, I hit that. Like, I guaranteed a stock. That was easy.
Yeah,
I can see that. He's just being outclassed. The real thing was dancing all over him there. This should be an easy edge guard. Cleans it up.
There's something to be said about hitting your edge guards. No, there's something to be said about like, kind of like making a big play and going for like big risks against a player who is kind of outclassing you. Good stuff to RealThing, double 3 stock. RealThing is very, very capable of top 8ing this tournament, so not a bad loss at all.
Oh no,
for Slow.
absolutely not.
And ultimately going to be an opportunity for him to go back, look at the footage, and try to learn something. You know, how was I being exploited? What tech do I need to practice more? What was I missing the most often? Stuff like that. You know, RealThing is. I remember first time I played RealThing in Ohio was in like 2014, and even back then he was a monster, dude. So, you know, you compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not the next guy. RealThing's been out here doing it for years and years and years, and he's still looking really good. Can't wait to see more of him later on.